Hey guys! Okay, today we are going to talk about going beyond your circle. So that list of 100 that you already have worked on, you might have had a hard time thinking of 100 people in your circle, 100 people that you can put on that list. And I know how hard that is because I have made so many lists of 100 because your list of 100 will be changing often. If you're doing the things that you should be doing to try to expand your customer base and try to expand the people that you know so that you can expand your customer base. So that list can always be changing, even every couple of months. So going back to that list of 100, and already the people on it, I'm sure, are friends, family, people who maybe already buy from you. So those are like your go-to people that are already in your circle, people that you already maybe are comfortable asking about buy, sell, join. But we're going to talk about going beyond that circle and really thinking of who you can add to that list of 100 that's not already in that circle. So maybe people like teachers, like your kids' teachers, or your kid's coach, or your realtor, or your car dealer, or the really nice cashier that you always go to at the grocery store because she's just so nice and bubbly. Or you maybe went to a Friendsgiving with your friend and somebody's aunt was there. So really trying to think outside the box, think of people who maybe it's scary to ask, but people who come to your mind when you're thinking outside the box. So another thing that I learned that I thought was kind of a brilliant idea, it actually was from when I took this program years and years ago. This is how somebody did a training on how to really go beyond the people that are already in your circle to try to get more people on that list of 100, more people outside the box that you can really be asking. So in your circle, I'm going to draw a circle. You probably have mom, sister, friend Sally, maybe Betty from high school, Aunt Joe. Let's think of one more. Grandma, your grandma. Okay, so this is kind of, the type of people that you probably have already on your list. Mom, sister, your friend from high school, your aunt, your grandma, friends, family, people who you already are comfortable with adding to that list and talking to. So here's a way that you can kind of help brainstorm other people that you can add to your list. So maybe your mom is a realtor and you have met some of her close friends from work. Susie, I think that's our second Susie. Nope, just kidding, it's Sally. Okay, so maybe Susie from your mom's work, who you've met a couple of times because they work really closely together. Not someone who you'd typically think of to ask, but somebody who, is connected to the family, someone that you can ask. And maybe your mom's boss, because your mom's boss really would love some scentsy because she has a smelly office. So I don't know, we're just gonna give her a smiley face because I can't think of another name. So there's 2 more people that you can add. Your sister plays softball, and you go to watch your sister play softball, and you've met some of her softball friends. So let's add 2 people from her softball team that you've met that are really cool, that you like hanging out with, or that your sister likes hanging out with. Okay, so there's four more people that are sort of outside your circle. Your friend Sally has an auntie and a sister that you can ask. 2 more people. Betty from high school is really involved in the PTA, and so maybe you just put PTA as a note to yourself that there are some people in there who may be interested, but first maybe you should ask Betty if she wants to have a fundraiser to help the PTA, and then you gain all those contacts from the PTA, okay? So just put a little note about the PTA. Your Aunt Jo has a long-lost cousin that you've never talked to, but you're going to ask your Aunt Jo if you can maybe talk to that cousin. So there's another person, or, you know, Aunt Jo also is really involved in the church, and so maybe you go to church with Aunt Jo to try to meet some new people, because the only way you can meet new people is putting yourself in these different situations where you are going to meet new people. So, but church. So that's kind of just an example. I know not all of those are super realistic, but that's kind of the idea. So go to that circle of people that you already are comfortable with, already on your list, and just think of like, okay, this person is connected with this. Is there anyone I know from that I can add to this list of 100? Or, you know, Aunt Jo likes going to church. Do you go to church? Are there people at your church who you may not be comfortable going up to and asking, but that you can add to your list of 100? Maybe you can gain the confidence to ask them, you know, sometime down the line. So really try to think outside the box and try to think of people that you can add to that list of 100. And like I said, this list of 100 is always going to be transforming and changing. So that's how you're going to sort of go beyond your circle and thinking outside the box. So I forgot what the homework would be. Uno momento. Okay. The homework is to add as many people as you can, thinking outside that circle. Sorry, I had a total brain fart moment. But really, like I showed you guys, even if you don't do the circle method, you can do it however you want, but really try to think outside your normal circle of people, add people to that list of 100, and then we want you to go through that list of 100 and identify the people who you'd be comfortable with asking, you know, join your team, host a party, and people who maybe you just want to keep as a customer. But I don't really love that one, because to me, every single customer is a potential host and teammate. But I do want you guys to go through and identify the different people and just put H for host, T for teammate, C for customer. And just go through your list and try to identify those different people, and that's going to help you identify who you maybe want to ask from that list of 100 starting out to either host a party or join your team. But like I said, I don't really love identifying people as only a customer, because to me, you cannot decide that for someone. You are not able to decide if someone wants to only be a customer. You have to ask them and give them the opportunity, because it could be life-changing for them. So you can't decide if they would be willing to join or host or not. But maybe just put C for customer if you're not comfortable asking that person yet to host or join. So I want you guys to post that in the comments once you finish doing that. That is your homework. Remember, if someone says, if you put H for someone who maybe you would want to have to be a host, we have an amazing host to join opportunity with the host exclusive kit, which you guys already learned about. So an H could possibly be a T. So if you get someone to host a party, at the end of that party, you can be like, hey, your party was amazing. This is how much you would make on this party. This is how much your kit would cost. Plus, you'd still get all these half price. Plus, you're going to join for a discount. This is the amount your kit would be. So you can always offer, and you should always offer every single time, the join opportunity to someone when they host a party. Do not let a host go without asking them to join. So that is your homework, and we're excited to see it.